What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and this is your Sunday edition of WWE Off The Script. It is Night of Champions Sunday, as if anyone fucking cares. I don't care. You don't care. The WWE Universe doesn't care. And the WWE themselves just don't care. It was quite evident in the way WWE has gotten us to this point with Night of Champions happening tonight, okay? And yes, I know, you guys are mentioning it all over my Twitter. Roman Reigns is injured. Roman Reigns had surgery. Roman Reigns is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks recovering from said surgery. He had hernia surgery. I didn't know of this until today. This is a surprise to me. But you got to look at this in a positive manner. Maybe this will give the WWE some time to kind of lay low on Roman Reigns. Okay? You know, rebuild him, refresh him, let him get his batteries recharged, come back, maybe shed that fucking Shield attire, come out looking like Roman Reigns and kick some ass and make me, as a fan, become invested in the character that is Roman Reigns. This can only be a good thing. Right, he's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. Nobody could stand the sight of him anyway, so it may do the product a little bit better if Roman Reigns is off TV for a little bit. You know, keep in mind we do have Dean Ambrose coming back on Monday Night Raw. We have Sting teasing 9/22/14. Sting is not coming to the WWE yet, folks. You know, this is not a Sting appearance. This is not Sting's debut. WWE has been you know, kind of advertising the new generation for WWE. A lot of NXT guys are on their way up to the main roster, so this could be the shot of adrenaline WWE needs right now because they have absolutely nothing going on for themselves. They got WWE guys on the roster right now tweeting about this. It would only make sense for Sting to join in the tweeting about this 9/22/14. It's going to be the new generation of guys from NXT coming up to WWE. It has nothing to do with Sting debuting on Monday Night Raw, so do not look into it that much. All right, you know, you guys are going crazy with Sting. I want to see Sting too, but Sting is not making his debut yet. Okay, you're gonna have to wait till WrestleMania for that. There will be a time and a place for that, so don't worry. But Roman Reigns and Sting, you guys have been tweeting me about that stuff. Roman Reigns, like I said already, this could be a good thing. None of you guys really liked him anyway from what I see in the comment section. So this may give us as fans a break and we can, you know, shift our attention to other things that WWE might have going on, like this new generation thing. Hopefully this turns into something good and it's a shot of excitement that we all need as fans. So Monday Night Raw should be interesting on Monday night. But I do have news today. All right, I do have news today. Randy Orton frustrated with WWE Creative, potentially leaving WWE. I will fill you guys in a second, but let me get to my plugs, and let me get to some important pieces of information for you guys in case you missed anything this past weekend, all right? Number one, Night of Champions is this Sunday on the WWE Network, tonight. If you guys are not familiar, if you're new here, if you're old here, whatever, I got to repeat myself because I want to keep you guys in the loop. I will be doing a Night of Champions review and results right here on this channel as soon as it goes off on the WWE Network. You can watch Night of Champions for a low payment of $9.99 a month, but, you know, that's WWE's way of shoving it down your throat. I like poking fun at it because I think it's quite funny that all they do is hype the $9.99, and then I see Vince Russo. It's a funny thing, I seen Vince Russo on a YouTube video. I actually subscribed to his YouTube channel. I didn't even know he had one. But he's starting up a Vince McMahon kind of petition to get Monday Night Raw back to where it needs to be. And he didn't buy the WWE Network, is what he's been saying. He didn't buy it, and he doesn't feel like the WWE deserves his $9.99 because of the shitty product that they've been putting on. So he said when Vince McMahon starts to get the ball rolling with giving us quality programming, then he will purchase the WWE Network. That was quite funny today, but like I was saying, I kind of drifted off course there. I will be doing a review and results video immediately following the pay-per-view. I'll get to, sit down here and record it and give you guys my opinion. Hopefully it's not much ranting. Hopefully Night of Champions surprises us, with these pay-per-views that WWE does not build up, the way we think that they should. These pay-per-views kind of surprise us here and there, man. There may be some gems on this pay-per-view. There may be a nice, title match that we don't expect. We may get a Brock Lesnar victory. I'm hoping. I hope I don't have to come on here and start ranting that John Cena won the WWE Championship, because I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be pretty. You're going to have me, you're going to have Joe, and you're going to have Bruce Blitz all going off on WWE, and it's not going to be a pretty sight, man. I think the servers for YouTube may be fucking crashed down to the fucking ground if John Cena wins the WWE Championship. I don't want to have to come on here and rant, and yell, and curse, and fucking bicker, and complain. I don't want none of that. I want to come on here, just calmly say, you know what, the Beast Incarnate won the WWE Championship. He retained it. He's going on to the next pay-per-view. He's got a next challenger lined up. Cena's a thing of the past, and we're moving on. WWE stuck to their plans. That's what I want to come on here and say. But I don't think that's going to happen. I have a sneaking suspicion that Vince McMahon is getting a little afraid, and he's going to flip the switch and give John Cena the WWE Championship. Again, making him a 16-time world champion, tying Ric Flair. Nobody wants to see that. Everybody would rather see Brock Lesnar retain the title. But it is what it is, folks. I will be on here covering everything you need to know about Night of Champions. Number 2, Joe Cronin, my partner in crime. We were supposed to be doing a podcast today. Okay, it's Saturday night. It's about 11:30. I'm recording this late for whatever reason. I was on Destiny all night with my buddies. But we were supposed to do a podcast tonight, and we missed each other. I'm exhausted, all right? I drank a few beers. I should have been in bed by fucking 9:30. That's how fucking tired I am. I stayed awake. My cold beverage that's fucking sitting behind me that I don't even fucking know. I'm looking at it right here in the fucking camera. But I had a few pumpkin ales, and I played some Destiny, and Joe got to me a little bit late. He had family issues to take care of, I'm sure. He's a busy guy. He's about to hit 10,000 subs. So if you guys want a podcast with Joe Cronin and I, it's coming. Don't look at it as a bad thing. Look at it as a good thing. Night of Champions is fucking trash. There's nothing for us to talk about. I don't want to deliver subpar content to my audience. I'm sure he thinks the same way. Night of Champions is nothing to talk about, guys. I've said everything I needed to say about Night of Champions. There's no reason for me to sit down across from Joe and talk about it, because we have, I'm sure, the same opinion on it. We need something exciting going on in the WWE to discuss, man. We want to show our excitement. We don't want to come on here and fucking be blue and be down and fucking just shitting all over the product every fucking time, man. It's not fun. If the WWE is shit, our content is going to be shit. Our views and our fucking likes and our ratings and everything on YouTube is going to be shit, because the WWE's failing right now. Nobody cares about WWE, so why are they going to care about what me, Joe, Bruce, and everybody else on here has to say? Sean's view. Nobody cares what we have to say, man, because the WWE is sucking it up right now. So look at it as a good thing, all right? Me and Joe are going to be doing something fairly soon, all right? It's just, the schedule's got to be right, and Night of Champions sucks. There's nothing to talk about, so I didn't want to come on here and waste everyone's time. I didn't want to waste Joe's time. I didn't want to waste my time. When something really big is going on, we will obviously hit the airwaves and give you guys the best fucking content we possibly can. So look forward to that. It's going to be very, very soon, guys. Hopefully within the next week and a half. Hopefully next week we'll do something. I don't know. I may show up on a Monday Night Raw review of his. I may show up tomorrow on his Night of Champions review, man. I don't know. But we will be doing something very, very soon. So, Joe, thank you very much for all your support, and congratulations on 10,000 subscribers. Go over there and follow him on Twitter, subscribe to his YouTube. Links are down below. I'm sure he has hit 10,000 subscribers by now. He's doing his thing. He's blowing up, and good for him. Go show him some love. He definitely deserves it. Number 2, if you guys want more Night of Champions coverage from some of the best, Labar, Eisenberg, Gulish, they got Night of Champions covered up and down, guys. So if you finish with me, go over there and listen to what those guys have to say. They're spreading the reality of Night of Champions. They're talking about everything under the sun. Lesnar. They're talking about Bray Wyatt. They're talking about the championship matches that are taking place tonight at Night of Champions. So go over there, Chairshot Reality at WrestleZone.com. Go over there, show them some love, tell them JD from NY sent you, and don't forget to subscribe to their YouTube channel. You're going to see exclusive content that you don't see on CSR on their YouTube page. So all that shit's down below. And obviously, if you missed Off the Script, Part 1 and 2, links are down below. I, myself, covering Night of Champions and all possible scenarios for the WWE Championship. So go and check that out. Links are down below. Thank you guys for all your support, and thank you for watching me on Sunday. But let's get right into the news right now. Orton, frustrated with WWE Creative. Is he leaving the WWE? Potentially, I don't know. But there's news and rumors going around. While he's still headlining events, Randy Orton has not been a very big factor in WWE in recent weeks, and this has him unhappy. As a result, he recently asked management about taking some time away from the ring by the end of the year in order to rejuvenate, okay? WWE considers their roster thin, especially in regards to the number of top-flight wrestlers they have available. It is said that the absences of Daniel Bryan and Batista is standing in the way of Orton being granted some time off. And now with Roman Reigns, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. To pacify him, Orton has been told that his character will be emphasized more on television. This probably won't satisfy him, though. To the aid of Randy Orton, their perceived lack of star power, the WWE's lack of star power, company officials recently secured WWE World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar for some more dates, with his pricey contract believed to be in the $5 million range for 24 appearances. They do not come cheap. That is the news on Randy Orton. I don't think he's going to be taking time off, to be quite honest with you. And give me a second while I take a Poland spring break. Like Jim Ross on his fucking podcast. He takes a break every now and then to drink Sonic unsweetened peach tea. So that's my cold beverage, even though I got a beer right behind me. I know it's probably warm by now, so that doesn't make any difference to me. But Randy Orton frustrated with WWE. Number one, he's not leaving the WWE. Number two, they would never let him walk. Number three, Orton has been underutilized on WWE TV simply because, it trickles down. If WWE is putting all their time and energy to promote Brock Lesnar and John Cena and their Summerslam main event and now the Night of Champions main event and dating back even before that, he hasn't even played a role in the Money in the Bank, man. He wasn't a big factor in that match. He wasn't a big factor in the Fatal 4-Way match. Orton has been stale, okay? Orton has been stale. Everything he does, it starts off decent and then it just turns boring. Orton doesn't have that longevity as a character where I can sit down and fully invest myself in the longevity of his character. He's not a Bryan. He's not a Punk. He's not that type of guy that I want to see constantly every week. Orton is good in spurts. He's good here and there. He's good when he's fucking diabolical, evil. He's good when he's brutal and he's vicious. That's the way I want to see Orton, man. Orton in the WWE PG era is not Randy Orton to me. So anything he does is stale because he's not allowed to live his fucking character on TV. So Orton, feeling that he's been, underutilized and, he's upset about it. I would be too, man. Randy Orton is one of the biggest stars in the company. He obviously wants a bigger role on TV. He's still young. He's in the prime of his fucking career. He wants something important to do. His match with Jericho tonight at Night of Champions, obviously, Jericho's on his way out. Orton's probably going to get the victory over Y2J tonight. But that really doesn't do anything, man. This feud was built in 2 weeks. Again, lazy, and WWE has nothing to do with Y2J on his way out. They got nothing to do with Orton, so why not put them in a match together at Night of Champions? But Orton, that's my opinion on Orton. Orton's not going anywhere. He is frustrated. You see that he's frustrated. You hear the stories about him being frustrated. There was a story going around that he was kind of sabotaging Roman Reigns' matches at house shows because he was upset with whatever was going on creatively, that they're pushing Roman Reigns above him. And Orton's that kind of guy. If you read it, Orton's a jealous type of guy. He wants the spotlight for himself. He thinks he deserves the spotlight. But maybe it's best if Orton just kind of takes a break. Come back, recharge, rejuvenated. WWE, I think, can really handle the time away, from Orton. Orton can go away for a couple of weeks, give him a month off, let him rejuvenate, bring the guys up from NXT, man. They're talking about this NXT Next Generation. This is what we want to see, man. We want to see youth. We want to see young guys. We want to see wrestling. So maybe this is a good thing. Maybe WWE can have the flexibility to give Orton some time off. Reigns is going to have some time off to recover from his surgery, This may be a good thing. But Randy Orton frustrated over creative. Possibly leaving the WWE? No. He's not going anywhere, but he may be leaving just to recharge his batteries, okay? News on Roman Reigns. While Roman Reigns is still being looked at by WWE officials as one of the leading up-and-comers for a major push leading into WrestleMania 31, he remains in good standing with officials. There is mounting concern that he's not getting over enough with the fans. The concern stems from the way fans react to Reigns, and it's even furthered by WWE's strategy to carefully book Reigns going forward. Now, this is a funny fucking story. Dr. Tom Pritchard, if you guys remember Dr. Tom, Gigolo Jimmy Del Rey, the fucking Heavenly Bodies, man. Let me know if you guys know who the fucking Heavenly Bodies are, man. Jim Cornette's team back in the early 90s in WWE. Gigolo Jimmy Del Rey, Dr. Tom Pritchard, the Heavenly Bodies. That's a fucking tag team, man. I'll tell you that. That is a fucking tag team. They were actually one of my favorite tag teams back in the WWE when I was watching the product. That was a tag team. You're never going to see a team like that come along in the WWE. But regardless of that, I'm kind of reminiscing on the good old days in WWE. Dr. Tom Pritchard, who oversaw Roman Reigns' development as a professional wrestler while working as WWE's head trainer from 2007 to 2012, Dr. Tom Pritchard doesn't believe Reigns is ready to be featured in the WrestleMania main event and take on Brock Lesnar. Really now? Really now? No kidding. How many times have I said that on this channel? And here we have Dr. Tom Pritchard agreeing with that? Let's read on. In an interview this week with DailyDDT.com, he was asked, in your opinion, do you think Roman Reigns is ready to jump into the main event of WrestleMania and take on Brock Lesnar? Pritchard responded, Reigns has a way to go in the ring and go on the mic. They shouldn't throw him into something that he is not ready for. I don't see anyone with the exception of The Rock who could stand toe-to-toe with Brock after Cena. Pritchard did, however, give his seal of approval for Reigns' former teammates, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, as well as Lesnar and Cena. Pritchard was also asked if he feels there are any wrestlers in WWE's developmental system who can become household names for the sports entertainment organization. There are a lot of them, he said, if they learn how to play the game, remarked Pritchard. The first wave of all NXT stars have yet to arrive. The so-called NXT talent there now actually started at Florida Championship Wrestling. He adds that the most important aspects of finding success in the WWE is to stay true to themselves and learn the political climate and adjust. That was an excellent, excellent, excellent interview there. And I figured I would share that for you guys about Roman Reigns because I've been very vocal about Roman Reigns. And it's funny that Dr. Tom Pritchard, who oversaw Roman Reigns' development in NXT and Florida Championship Wrestling from 2007 to 2012, it is hilarious that he's saying the same thing that I've been saying for the last couple of months about Roman Reigns. So I figured I would let you guys know about that as well. All right. News on Kenta regarding WWE changing Kenta's name to Hideo Itami at the NXT TakeOver event last week. Triple H, listen to this. I did a story on Saturday's edition of Off the Script about Vince McMahon thinking Cesaro was too soft and not wanting to push Cesaro, but Triple H loves Cesaro and he wants to push him, okay? So you got Triple H wanting to push Cesaro and Vince McMahon wanting to bury Cesaro. So listen to this. Kenta changed the name of Kenta to Hideo Itami, okay, at NXT TakeOver. Triple H did not want the name change. He wanted Kenta to remain Kenta. But Vince McMahon was very adamant that they would have to give Kenta a new name. Triple H felt that it would hurt WWE's ability to use Kenta with their expansion in Japan. WWE has been very cold in the Japan market in recent years, and Triple H has been hoping that Hideo can provide a boost in that region. Triple H also didn't want Japanese fans to feel WWE was being disrespectful by changing his name. Another one Vince McMahon fucked up. It's always best if it remains simple. You know, So, you know, I don't understand it, man. I really think Vince is completely out of touch with what is going on. I really do. I honestly believe Vince is out of touch. There's no reason, and I made mention of this on my NXT TakeOver review last Sunday, okay? There's no reason for Kenta to change his name. I don't see a main event name in Hideo Itami. You know, a guy's name can get him far, all right? Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, those guys, you know, we were all like, eh. But now, we see them developed on WWE TV. Now we know that those guys are major players. I don't see Hideo Itami as something that's going to be built up as a main event guy. I just don't. The name just doesn't sound it. If the name doesn't sound it, more than likely, it will not be. Okay? Same thing happened with Dolph Ziggler. WWE just doesn't see anything in Dolph Ziggler. Okay? Zack Ryder, same thing. You don't see anything in Zack Ryder. That's why they fucking buried him alive. You know? It's the same thing with all those guys. And Kenta really didn't need a name change, man. It would have did WWE wonders if he just kept the name. Kenta, I see as a WWE superstar, a main event guy. Someone they could back in building their presence in Japan. Hideo Itami sounds very generic. It sounds very stereotypical, if you ask me. Kenta would have been perfect. Triple H wanted it. Vince McMahon wanted it to be changed. Let me know what you guys think about that. I don't like hearing that at all. Another story about Vince McMahon making a stupid decision regarding WWE talent. The idea behind WWE's ongoing storyline with AJ Lee and Paige has definitely been a tease to sexual tension between the two. Imagine that one. A lot of young guys getting a little hot and bothered by that one, right? Yeah, I know. There was a creative decision made this past weekend that they want to go further with the angle. No word yet on what they may have planned, but nothing risky was done on this week's Raw, and it appears the same going into SmackDown this past Friday. With AJ vs. Paige storyline and a few other incidents like more adult language being used and Rosa Mendes being exposed on main event, it would appear WWE may want to do more risque angles because they need buzz to push their product. They don't need buzz to push their product, man. They're pushing Total Divas. That's all they're fucking doing, okay? They're building the Divas division. They're getting some attention around the Divas division. Ultimately, the reason why they're doing that is to get more buzz for the ladies, more buzz for Total Divas. That's all they're doing that for, all right? However, WWE is still working with Mattel and have promised sponsors they don't want to go back to how they were, meaning the Attitude Era and, you know, cleavage and naked and fucking just obscenity after obscenity in the Attitude Era. They will not go back to that, and they promise sponsors they will do that and be clean, okay? It was speculated in the recent issue of the Wrestling Observer newsletter that we'll likely see more slip-ups and minor adult language on WWE TV, but not enough that it will attract attention of past wrestling audiences. There you got it. All right, WWE is very adamant about remaining family-orientated and TV PG. They may push the envelope a little bit with some more risque angles like mentioned here, some more adult language, some more realistic language instead of this childish banter that we hear between the wrestlers. I would like to see more adult language. I think it would be better off for the product. So hopefully this is a true story according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter and Dave Meltzer. All right. Speaking of Rosa Mendes, it has been reported how Rosa Mendes is in the middle of a push because she's featured on the Season 3 of WWE Total Divas. With more in-ring time lately, Rosa has been criticized for her in-ring work. No shit, she's fucking terrible. Total Divas is seen as the culprit for much of what the company is doing with the Divas right now, including, and I'm not making this word up, it is actually in the fucking report. The Total Divas show is seen as the culprit for what the company is doing with the Divas right now, including the dreadful Bella Twins feud. Total Divas is awful. It's fucking awful, man. The reason why Total Divas is around is because they want to get more mainstream notoriety. Meanwhile, WWE doesn't realize that it's hurting the Divas division. It's making them a fucking joke. It's a circus. Total Divas is actually better than the actual Divas division in WWE. Watching Total Divas is better than watching the Divas on WWE programming. And that's a fucking shame that that's coming out of my mouth. It really is. What they do on TV is fucking embarrassing to the point where I don't even want to be a wrestling fan, man. I change the channel. I walk away. This Bella Fuse twin, awful. What they're doing with Paige and AJ, embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. There's no story. There's no why built around it. Why are they feuding? Why? There's none of that, you know? There's none of that going on. It's just not interesting, even though those are two of the most talented divas in the division. But Total Divas is a waste, and it's embarrassing the Divas division in WWE right now, plain and simple. This little news article here has got it 100% correct. When Seth Rollins got a big push, or a big pop rather, in his home state of Iowa a few weeks back on Monday Night Raw, WWE officials were not expecting it. They had nothing planned to combat that, and while they tried talking over it on commentary, it was simply overlooked. Fun fact there. NXT star Sami Zayn has reportedly played the Bunny 3 times in the last 2 weeks on WWE TV for Adam Rose. Zayn has been on the road with the main roster and apparently was given the Bunny gimmick, and he was the one who frog splashed Titus O'Neil a few weeks back on Monday Night Raw. The Bunny was wearing the same wrist tape that Zayn wears on NXT. The Bunny also did an impressive move at this current week's SmackDown tapings. Zayn worked those tapings in a dark match with other NXT stars. This does not mean that Zayn will be revealed as the Bunny in the end. At last word, there was talk about revealing Darren Young as the Bunny to continue his feud with Titus O'Neil. Let me know what you guys think about that one. That's quite funny and quite hilarious there. And finally, guys, 2 more quick notes to end this week's Off the Script. Episode number 31. Chris Jericho noted on Twitter that this week, Talk is Jericho guests will be the Hardys. I'm actually on part 2 right now. It's a 2-parter. Very, very good listen. I suggest you guys go and check that out. Matt and Jeff Hardy, both on Talk is Jericho, Jericho's podcast. And finally, regarding Kenta's name change, being changed to Hideo Itami, courtesy of Vince McMahon. Apparently, his name stems from Hideo, coming from the former MLG, Major League Gaming. I mean, I'm thinking of fucking Call of Duty, man. MLB pitcher Hideo Nomo, and Itami has to do with Naruto manga anime. Whatever the fuck that means, man. I don't watch anime. I don't like Hideo Nomo. I was never a fan of the LA Dodgers or Hideo Nomo's work. Whatever, man. Should have kept it as Kenta, like I said. Vince is going a little senile, and that should have never been changed to Hideo Itami. All right? But that is this week's Off the Script, guys. I'm going to fuck to bed. I'm tired. I'll see you guys on, what's that pay-per-view? Boring is Champions. Night of Champions. Whatever. Night of Champions tonight. I'll be back after the pay-per-view is over on the WWE Network for $9.99. You could order that for $9.99 if you want. I don't know. Whatever, man. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm just blabbing at the mouth now. I will be back on YouTube right here on my channel for Night of Champions review and results. Join me then, and obviously Monday Night Raw, the fallout from Night of Champions. I will be doing a review. All right, I will be doing a review for you guys right here on YouTube.com as well, because you guys missed it. I'm giving it to you, and last week's Monday Night Raw actually did very well in the ratings, so I'll be back again to give you guys my opinion on everything happening on Monday Night Raw. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I am out. Night of Champions this Sunday. Tonight, Lesnar, Cena. What's going to happen? I don't know, as long as Brock walks away the WWE Champion. Until then, guys, join me for Night of Champions after the show goes over right here on YouTube.com. Until then, guys, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.